After 3 years exploring the waterways of North America, we've traded our trawler for a trailer. But we're still just passing through. In our last segment, we were camped on the bank of the Missouri River near Owacoma, South Dakota. Shortly after leaving camp, we passed by a visitor center with this huge Native American sculpture entitled Dignity. So we had to stop for a better look. We had hoped to stop and get our truck and trailer washed in Sioux Falls, but the truck wash was backed up with tractor trailers, so we kept going. In the afternoon, we crossed into Minnesota and reached the town of Luverne. From there, we turned north for a few miles into Blue Mounds State Park. We grilled some pork chops for dinner, took showers, performed a minor repair on our water heater, and settled in for the evening. We left camp early this morning, early for us at least. We stopped at McDonald's for some breakfast and coffee to go. Our truck and trailer were filthy from all the travel, and we've been unable to find a car wash bay we could fit into. So we opted to try Exit 87 Truck Wash, which was just off Route 90 and right on our way. This turned out to be a good decision, as these guys did a great job. From there, we continued east on 90, then north to a state park near Owatonna, Minnesota, Rice Lake State Park. Today was a day to put our feet up and maybe do a little planning for the trip ahead. We took a walk around the park, made some dough for pizza tonight, and figured out our next few stops. We pulled out of Rice Lake State Park at about 10 a.m. The campground had no dump station, so we had to go into the town of Owatonna and use the one at their waste treatment plant. After After that, we fueled up and hit the road. Today we'd be crossing the Mississippi River into Wisconsin, so we stopped for a few minutes at the Wisconsin Visitor Center. From there, we continued eastward to the town of New Lisbon, Wisconsin, where we'd be spending the night at a Harvest Host location, Burr Oak Winery.
Make your wine out of. Some grapevines around.
What's about grapevines?
Oh, right there. Right.
Actually, going around the wrong direction. Probably gonna put me over here. We did a tasting, bought a few bottles of wine, and called it a day. Today we travel southeast to another Harvest Host, Basics Natural Food Co-op in Janesville, Wisconsin. But on the way, we decided to stop and stock up on some Wisconsin cheese. We bought a few groceries and had their deli department make us a couple sandwiches for dinner. From Janesville, Wisconsin, we crossed through the northeast corner of Illinois and into Indiana. We deviated south of our planned route to meet a friend for lunch the next day. Road construction and poorly marked detours made our last couple of hours of travel unnecessarily stressful and confusing, but we eventually found our way. At about 3 p.m., we rolled into the KOA at Indiana Beach, Monticello. We took showers, did a few chores, and had some dinner. Well, we found out this morning that our friend will not be able to meet us for lunch, so we're on our own today. So we visited 2 local parks and then a nearby restaurant for beers and snacks.
different one doesn't have any horns.
A short travel day today. We're headed north to Potato Creek State Park. This will put us back near Route 90 to continue our trip eastward and home. We got to the campground at around 1 p.m., got set up, and went off to explore their prairie maze, which turned out to be a 1-mile mowed pathway through tall prairie grass. It was actually a nice walk.
Interesting, isn't it? Thursday, October 3rd, and we're headed to Maumee State Park, just east of Toledo, Ohio. We arrived there around 2 p.m. At this point, we're only a few hundred miles from home. Most folks would make it a one-day drive to the end, but the way we travel, we have a couple more stops. After here, we head across Ohio to Geneva-on-the-Lake State Park. From there, we go to western New York and a KOA near Chautauqua Lake. from there, the final leg back home to central New York. June 17th to October 6th, 2024. 15 weeks, 14,321 miles. We stayed at 9 different Harvest Host locations, 23 nights at state, territorial, or provincial parks, 5 nights in national parks, 58 nights in RV parks, 9 nights boondocking, and 7 nights at my sister's place in Michigan. We had some great weather and some crappy weather, but everything worked pretty much as it was supposed to. We made all the stops and saw all the stuff we wanted to see. No flat tires, no broken windshields. I carried spare gas, water, trailer springs, tires, and propane, and didn't need any of those things, which is just fine. It was a great trip and a great adventure. Now, where do we go next?